Band for FightHype.com with me. Got head of Sky Sports Boxing in America, Adam.
Hi, how you doing? All right?
Well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good. I had a bit of a nightmare getting here. I had a 4-hour delay at Heathrow last night. There was an oil leak on the plane, so we sat on the runway. So it was rather.
It's better than being on the ground than in the air.
It was, I suppose so. It was rather a long trip out. It meant I could watch the Liverpool-Southampton game on the Sky Go, but that was the only nice part. The negative result, unfortunately, yes. But yeah, at least I watched a bit of football. But yeah, it was a bit of a delay, but got in about 2 o'clock in the morning, and here we go.
2016 was great for UK boxing, for Sky Sports Boxing, and 2017 kicking off with a huge bang here in America at the Barclays Center with Badou Jack, WBC champion, against James DeGales for the IBF unification bout. Mayweather's involved, Sky's involved. It's a huge event.
I've been in boxing 25 years almost, and I don't remember a year where I've been more excited about than 2017. I mean, it's fabulous, isn't it? You know, we kick off with a wonderful super middleweight unification match between a fighter that I think is multi-talented in James DeGale against somebody I'm really respectful and proud of in Badou Jack, somebody who's come back from a shock defeat and rebuilt and got huge momentum. It's a great fight. It's a wonderful clash of styles. You've got a great undercard as well with Pedraza and Davis. Looking forward to that one. Good 50-50 fights. We're with Carl Frampton and Leo Santa Cruz in a couple of weeks. We've got Gavin McDonald going for a world title in February. Obviously, Hey Bellew and Joshua Klitschko. We've got Crolla Linares. We've got Ricky Burns in the unification. I mean, it's a fantastic time for British boxing, international boxing, and plenty of competition as well with BT and ITV getting involved. So, you know, it's really good for the sport. More world champions than ever, I think, for Britain, and I think it's great. It's great for fight fans, and it's great for casual fans. We need more and more casual fans to get into our sport this year. And I think events like Joshua Klitschko at Wembley, Katie Taylor now as a professional for the women, I think those sort of things are going to really hit deep into the casual world, and I'm looking forward to it.
Obviously, you mentioned there about the competition in Box Nation, BT Sport, the new alliance there, and obviously Chris Eubank Senior moving to ITV.
Yeah.
Just discussing the pay-per-view model here, Chris Eubank Senior is looking to push the prices, I believe, at £20 for the pay-per-view. Would Sky look at this as potentially an opportunity to raise the prices?
But I'm not going to get into prices of ITV or Sky. Look, they've made a decision to go into a pay-per-view type model. Let's see how it runs with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank Jr. is a fascinating character, a really good fighter who I've always rated. Let's see how that goes on February the 4th. And, you know, we've got a huge couple of events on Sky with David Hay and Tony Bellew, you know, two hugely engaging, charismatic personalities, big punchers, don't like each other. Great, you know, battle there behind the scenes, and obviously in front of the camera, in front of the when they get into the ring on March the 4th at the O2. And then of course you've got the two guys who really respect each other, and AJ and Klitschko. So we've got a couple of real, you know, heavy events in this first quarter of 2017. But, you know, we welcome competition. Let's see how ITV go. I think it's fantastic that boxing is you know, universally becoming bigger and better. BT have obviously got a big deal with Box Nation and Frank Warren's stable. So let's see how it develops. I always welcome competition. I think it's good. It will take us up to another level, and I see our best year yet.
And do you think, obviously, with Badou Jack and James DeGales, two of the best in the middleweight division, do we see boxing 2017 being a year where we're going to see the best fight the best?
That's what we want every year, but I think more and more that is what we're getting. You know, Carl Frampton, Leo Santa Cruz in a couple of weeks' time is a wonderful rematch. Fight of the year last year, Frampton our fighter of the year as well. That's terrific. Crolla Linares again. I want to see that, don't you? Don't you want to see Ricky Burns in unification fights? Hey Bellew, Joshua Klitschko. You know, I want to see Khan Brook. I want to see Degale against Callum Smith or George Groves. These are the type of fights that have got to happen. You know, Gennady Golovkin against Alvarez worldwide. Other fights like that. More and more are happening. Mayweather Pacquiao was made a couple of years ago. If that can be made after 5 years, anything can in boxing.
Just finally, Adam, just finishing off here, in terms of prediction now on Saturday night, James DeGales, he's up against it, he's away travelling once again, but he loves it, he loves the buzz, he loves the vibe. We think he comes back as unified champion of the world?
I'm not going to predict the fight, I'm calling it, so I've got to remain totally on the fence. But I think James DeGale has the talent and ability to win this fight. He's got the movement, the angles, the class. But Badou Jack is a tough competitor. He's a big man at 168 pounds. He's very, very mentally strong. He's not as technically talented and fluid as James DeGale, but he's used to the 12-round distance now, and I think if DeGale has any off patches, any switches off, concentration goes, Badou Jack can really start winning rounds. I think it's going to be a close fight, and I think it's going to be a really good one. So for British boxing fans, of course, we want to see James DeGale come through and have the big fights back home, but take nothing for granted with this Badou Jack.
Adam Smith, as always, a pleasure. We'll catch up with you very soon.
Cheers, no problem at all.
FightHype.com. Thank you very much.